In the heart of a bustling city, surrounded by towering skyscrapers, lived a young artist named Elena. She was known in her neighborhood as the girl with 1,000 dreams, but had yet to see any of them come to life. Her days were spent working as a barista in a crowded café, and her nights were consumed with sketching ideas she'd never share. She kept her canvases stacked in a dusty corner, hidden from the world and herself. Elena's passion for art was a quiet force within her, like a river running beneath a sheet of ice. She dreamed of hosting her own art exhibition, where people would see her vibrant imagination splashed across the walls. Yet every time she thought about taking the first step, a familiar voice echoed in her mind. "You're not good enough. Who would care about your art?" The voice wasn't just in her head. It was the culmination of years of doubt, planted by others and nurtured by herself. Her parents had always urged her to pursue a practical career. Her friends joked about her hobby, and even her own insecurities had taken the stage, singing a chorus of limitations. One chilly morning, as Elena was preparing cappuccinos and lattes at the cafe, a customer walked in and ordered a black coffee. There was nothing particularly striking about him, except for the way he carried a notebook filled with scribbles and sketches. Intrigued, Elena asked, "Are you an artist?" The man chuckled. "I try to be. I'm working on designs for my first art show." Elena felt a pang of envy, but masked it with a polite smile. "That's amazing. I hope it goes well." He nodded. "Thanks. It's been a journey, though. For years, I didn't think I could do it. But I realized the only limit to my growth was the one I set in my mind. Once I decided to believe in myself, things started falling into place." His words struck a chord deep within Elena. The only limit to your growth is the one you set in your mind. They echoed in her heart, challenging the years of self-doubt she had built brick by brick. That night, after her shift ended, Elena pulled out her hidden stack of sketches. She spread them across the floor, letting her creations breathe. As she looked at her work, she realized something she had never allowed herself to see before. Her art was alive. It told stories, evoked emotions, and carried a piece of her soul. For the first time, she felt a flicker of confidence. The next day, Elena made a promise to herself. She would push past the limits she had set in her mind, no matter how terrifying it felt. She started small, posting one of her sketches on social media with a caption, "Sharing my art for the first time. Be gentle." To her surprise, the post received an outpouring of support. Friends, acquaintances, and even strangers praised her work, urging her to share more. Buoyed by the encouragement, Elena decided to take a bigger step. She signed up for a local art contest. The theme was growth, which felt serendipitous. She poured her heart into her submission, a piece depicting a tree with roots made of chains breaking free from the earth, its branches reaching toward the stars. The night of the contest was nerve-wracking. Elena stood in a room full of seasoned artists, her palms sweaty and heart racing. But as people stopped to admire her work, she realized she belonged there. Her piece didn't win the grand prize, but it won the audience's hearts. A local gallery owner approached her afterward and offered to showcase her work in an upcoming exhibit. Elena's journey didn't stop there. The gallery show led to commissions, collaborations, and eventually, her own solo exhibition. Each step was a battle against the lingering voice of doubt, but she grew stronger with every victory. The more she pushed past her mental limits, the more she realized they were nothing but illusions. Years later, Elena stood in her own gallery, surrounded by art collectors, fans, and aspiring artists. She was no longer the girl who hid her dreams. She was a woman who had made them her reality. As she addressed the crowd, she shared the words that had changed her life. "The only limit to your growth is the one you set in your mind." Her story became a beacon for others, a reminder that the barriers we face are often the ones we build ourselves. Elena's journey proved that breaking those barriers wasn't easy, but it was always worth it. And as the night ended and the gallery lights dimmed, Elena looked at her creations one last time. They weren't just art. They were symbols of a life unbound by fear, a testament to what could happen when you dared to believe in yourself.